Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from 6th group. We will discuss about film, spatial dimension, temporal dimension, and acoustic dimension. The first, what is film? Film, also called movie or motion picture or the seventh art, is a visual art form used to simulate experiences that communicate ideas, stories, perception, feelings, beauty, or atmosphere by the means of recorded or programmed moving images along with sound, other sensory stimulation. Uh, in spite of their differing forms and media, drama and film are often categorized under the heading for performing arts because they use actors as their major means of experience. The visualization of the action not left merely to the imagination of a reader, but rather comes to live in the performance independent of the audience. The most obvious difference between film and drama is the fact that a film is recorded and preserved rather than individually staged in the unique and unrepeatable manner of a theater performance. Films, and particularly videotapes, are like novels which in theory can be repeatedly read or viewed. Okay. In film, there are three elements. And the first element, there are spatial dimension, the second temporal dimension, and the third acoustic dimension. In this spatial dimension, there are film stock, lighting, camera angle, camera movement, point of view, editing, and montage. In the temporal dimension, there are slow and fast motion, plot time, length of film, flashback, foreshadowing. And the last, there are acoustic dimension, are dialogue, music, and sound effects.
Okay, the next material is spatial dimension. Spatial dimension have 7 elements. The first, film stock, lighting, camera angle, point of view, editing, montage, and camera movement. Okay, the first is film stock. Film stock is an analog medium that is used for recording motion, picture, or animation. It is a strip or sheet of transparent plastic film base coated on one side with a gelatin emulsion containing microscopically small, light sensitive silver halide crystal. The size or and other characteristic of crystal determine the sensitivity, contrast, and resolution of the film. The emulsion will gradually darken if left exposed to light, but the focus is too low and incomplete to be any practical use. The next is lighting. Lighting or illumination is the deliberate use of light to achieve practical. Lighting includes the use of both artificial light sources like lamps and light fixtures, as well as natural illumination by capturing daylight. Daylighting, like using windows, skylight, or light shelves, is sometimes used to the main source of light during daytime in building. This can save energy in place of using artificial lighting, which represents a major component of energy consumption in building. Proper lighting can enhance task performance, improve the appearance of an area, or have positive physiological effect on occupant. Indoor lighting is usually accomplished use like features and is a key part of interior designs. Like lighting can also be an intrinsic component of landscape project. And the third is camera angle. Camera angle is marked of the specific location at which the movie camera or video camera is placed to take a shot. A scene may be shot from several camera angle simulation. This will give a different experience and sometimes emotion. The different camera angles will have different effect on the viewers and how they perceive the scene that is shot. There are a few different routes that a camera operator could take to save this effect. Where the camera is placed its relation to the subject can affect the way the viewers perceive the subject. There are a number of camera angles, such as high-angle shot, low-angle shot, a bird eye view, and worm eye view. Okay, the next is point of view. Point of view is the apparent distance or angle from which the camera view and record the subject. They also include the eye-level camera angle and the point of view shot. A high-angle shot, or HA, is a shot in which the camera is physically higher than the subject and is looking down upon the subject. The high-angle shot can make the look small or weak or vulnerable, while a low-angle shot is taken from below the subject and has the power to make the subject look powerful or threatening. A natural shot or A-level or LE shot has little to no physical effect on the viewer. This is not when the camera is level or looking straight on the subject. A point of view shot shows the viewer the image touch the subject's eyes. Some POV shots use handheld camera to create the illusion that the viewer is seeing touch the subject's eyes. Bird-eye shot bird's-eye view shots are taken directly above the scene to establish the landscape and the actor's relationship to it. Editing. Editing is the process of selection and preparing writing, photography, visual, audible, and film media used to convey information. The editing process can involve correction, condensation, organization, and may other modification performed with an intention of producing a correct, consistent, accurate, and complete work. The editing process often begins the author idea for the work itself, containing a collaboration between the author and the editor as the work is created. Editing can involve creating skill, human relation, and a fresh set of methods. And next is montage. Montage is a single pictorial composition by juxtaposing or superimposing many pictures or designs. In filmmaking, montage is an editing technique in which shots are juxtaposed in often fast-paced fashion that compress time and convey a lot of information in a relatively short period. Camera movement is one of the most expressive tools available to filmmakers. It alters the relationship between the subject and the camera frame, saving the viewer's perspective or space and time and controlling the delivery narrative information. As the camera frame orients the viewers within the mission scans, movement of frame provides the illusion of the viewer journey through the world of the narrative. The camera height and angle, the distance to the subject, and composition of a shot may change during camera movement as the framing travels above, below, around, into, and out of space. Types of camera movement are distinguished by their direction and the equipment used to shape motion. The moving camera can function in a variety of ways when used in a long take. It is uniquely able to depict uninterrupted stretch of time and space. Camera movement may follow objects in transit within the frame or may act independently. It may reveal off-screen space or deliberately superize against the space. It may objectively witness event or suggest the subjective perspective of a character. It may advance the narrative, develop themes, or create pattern, and it may contribute to kinetic or rhythmic effect.
Okay, the next material is temporal dimension. Temporal dimension film, like literature, can employ the dimension of time in a variety of ways, and temporal dimension have five elements. First, slow and fast motion. Second, plot time. Third, length of film. Four, flashback. And five, foreshadowing. Okay, slow and fast motion means the movement of object or body with respective to its surrounding but with a relative slower speed. The fast motion means the movement of object or body with respective to its surrounding but with relative greater speed. And plot time consists of temporal qualities, order, duration, and frequency of the event actually present in the film. Plot time shows us selected story event but only refers to others. It usually covers a shorter span than the complete story. Length of film. Feature length is the length of a feature film, according to the rules of the Academy of Motion Picture Art and Science. A feature-length motion picture must have a running time of more than 14 minutes to be eligible for an Academy Award. Fourth, flashback. A flashback, sometimes called an analepsis, in an interjected scan that takes the narrative back in time from the current point in the story. Flashbacks are often used to recount events that happened before the story's primary sequence of events to fill in crucial backstory. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is a highly effective plot device that makes the story plausible. It consists of an implication or introduction really in the movie of something that will be extremely relevant as the plot unfolds. The next material is acoustic dimension. Acoustic dimension have three elements. First, dialogue, second, music, and third, sound effect. Dialogue. Dialogue is any conversation in a book, film, or play. Dialogue is more commonly spelled dialogue, but either way it means lines spoken by a character or a conversation either between fictional characters or real people. Music to enhance the emotional content of the film and to support the visual story. Film music can also contrast with the plot and create an ironic or paradoxic effect. Sound effect. Sound effect is a sound recorded and presented to make a specific storytelling or creative point without the use of dialogue or music. The term often refers to a process applied to a recording without necessarily referring to the recording itself. Okay, maybe enough from us. Thanks a lot for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.